Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I am Martha Murray, Superstar Director, and we are talking about Share Your Experience. So this is my husband, Mark.
Hello, everyone.
He's been a huge part of my journey, and I'm super nervous. I'm just getting real here. And so I'm like, you've been a huge part of my journey, so you got to do this with me. This is our fur baby. Anyone out there? Yep. Any toy poodle lovers out there? Fur baby lovers. So I'm gonna put him down. I just wanted to show him to you. It's my baby. Hey, hello you guys. Okay, so you guys can see us, good. And we've got like this makeshift thing to put our phone on because, I don't know. So it's kind of like challenging. So if my phone crashes, just bear with us here for a moment.
We have to get a new stand.
Yes, I need a new stand.
We got one that we thought we liked, but it's not really the best one.
Exactly.
Not the best one for it.
It doesn't work so well.
No.
And then how about Ray Dawn? Any Ray Dawn addicts out there? I love Ray Dawn. As you can see, I've got a nice little mug collection going on and other stuff. So I love Ray Dawn. Ray Dawn addict. What else? We have 3 kids.
3 kids, yep.
We have 3 kids, 25, 21, and 15.
Yep.
Is our
And a
kids.
son-in-law.
And a son-in-law and 2 grandbabies. We have our oldest is Amelia Parrish. Amelia Parrish is 4, and Willow May is 8 months. So those are our grandbabies. What else? What else can we tell about us? We've been married. It'll be 30 years in October.
Now they know how old we are.
It makes me feel super old. Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to share a little bit about our journey with you guys tonight. And okay, I got to ask you guys some questions here. Where are you guys watching from? I'm trying to read. Yeah, I'm telling my age here. Where are you guys watching from? How long have you been a consultant? Do we have any newbies watching tonight? And why did you join Scentsy? Share, why did you join Scentsy? Why did you become a consultant? Let us know. And what else do we want to ask him? Anything else? Oh, this week is my 7-year anniversary. So we've been celebrating this week.
Celebrating with specials, all kinds of specials.
Yeah, promos and stuff. So, this week is our 7-year anniversary. My husband is my biggest supporter. He supported me from the day, really, that I became a consultant. So he's here with me. We were born and raised in Chicago, right outside the suburbs. We were about 40 minutes out, I guess, or so, something like that, from Chicago. So there's the accents. I don't think I have an accent.
Destiny, 6 months. Destiny from Virginia was 6 months.
Oh, she's a newbie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I'm trying to read some of these real quick.
Okay.
4 years. They're flying through here real quick.
A year?
Joined in 2015.
Yeah.
Okay. Peg.
Hey, some of my team is watching. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I love you guys.
Darlene Garrison, been with Scentsy for a year.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Hey, Donna. Haven't seen you in forever. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. You guys, I do this within my group, but I've never done anything like this before.
28th will be her 1 year anniversary. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to get started here. And our family was taking a road trip to a good friend of mine to Tupelo, Mississippi, Annette Tomlinson. I don't know if anybody out there knows her, but she's my sponsor and my lifelong friend. So we had taken a road trip. We were going to go visit her, and she was a good Chicago friend of mine. And we went to visit. I walked into her home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, your home smells amazing. Candle are you burning? And she's like, it's not a candle, Martha. And told me about Scentsy. She gifted me a warmer and a Hemingway bar. Does anyone else love Hemingway? Please, please, please vote for it. Whenever it comes back, I'll bring back my bar. I love it. I miss it. I was warming, so I thought the warmer was ugly, but I love the fragrance, so it didn't matter what the warmer looked like because I love the bar so much. The fragrance it was making our home smell so good.
Right.
So I started ordering from her, and I ordered from her for a while. And finally,
for a few months,
for a few months.
Bought a lot of gifts.
Bought a lot of gifts for people, Christmas gifts. I kept ordering from her, and I was paying those shipping fees, right?
Right.
And so then I was on Facebook one day, and it came through my newsfeed about being a consultant. And I'd never even thought about it. I never thought about, like, this is something I could do, or this is something I even wanted to do. Never even thought about it. Nope. I was just buying from her. and it came through my news feed that planted a seed. So
Exactly.
how many of you nobody ever comments on your Facebook statuses? Because I hear that sometimes from my team. Like nobody comments, nobody says anything. Do you guys get that?
And I'm paying attention, but I'm trying to see any comments here. So if you see me looking down,
because our makeshift thing that's sitting up there, if I touch it, it's gonna fall, and so he's got to watch from here. So anyway.
Yep. I'll say hey to everybody while we're going through this. So
anyways, so if you ever get that nobody comments on your stuff, people are watching, you guys.
Cassie Lynn said, no comments or even likes sometimes.
Yeah, people are watching. You guys are planting seeds.
You're not the only ones,
but
guys.
Always remember to use our 80-20 rule. Try on your Facebook, do 80% personal and then only 20% business, and build relationships. That's the most important thing on Facebook. But anyways, and so I called my husband and I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna, I would like to be a Scentsy consultant. It's only $99. And you told me to go ahead.
Yeah, I said, hey, we spend more than $99 when we take our family out to dinner. At that time we had everyone living at home still. So.
And I want to ask too on here, did you join Scentsy because somebody gifted you with a warmer? I do that. That's a huge part of my business.
Yep.
I like to gift people warmers for birthdays, anniversaries, whatever it might be.
Whatever we can.
Yeah, whatever I can do. I'm always gifting people laundry stuff. I want to get people using our laundry products. I believe in our products. We have amazing products, and I want to share it with everyone.
Exactly.
So that's number one I really want to share with you guys is make sure you are being generous with your Scentsy business. Make sure you are blessing other people, because that is a huge part of our business, I feel. Like, give more than you take, and we know that's all part of Scentsy.
Right,
So be generous, and when you're giving, because you never know what's going to happen. I have so many people on my team member that I sent little care packages to, that I gifted Scentsy, and eventually became a consultant. And Emily, I think she is watching here right now. She was a customer, and I gifted her some amazing little samples and a lot of little things I put in her package, and she felt like she was receiving a gift. So I've had I do that quite a bit with these care packages, and we have a lot of people that join from doing that. So I highly encourage it. And you guys, use your host rewards, your free products, to just stock on stuff and make samples, gift stuff away. And so many times I go to Goodwill a lot. I love to go to like resale shops. Anybody else out there? You like everything at a bargain, right?
Alyssa says she won a mini warmer from a friend's launch party, bought some wax,
that's
then
awesome.
she was hooked. Joined me next month.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And I go to Goodwill and I find warmers there periodically, and then I gift them. They need a new light bulb or a new dish or something, and then I gift them. So I think that's something really, really important. It's so funny. 2 warmers that I had purchased from Goodwill, it had my sticker on the bottom. So just a little plug when labeling your product. I hope they got a new and improved warmer. That's why they had it at Goodwill.
Monica says we sent her a rose night, the tea rose nightlight.
Yes, we did. Yep. Monica's a director on our team. Thank you for watching, Monica. So yeah, that's a huge important. So like raffles, whenever they have raffles going on somewhere near you, make sure that you're donating to that raffle, to the organization, the Lions Club, whatever it might be. So that's a super, super important. And I challenge you tonight, you guys, give somebody Scentsy. Who can you gift to? Think of somebody.
The other thing is you know what? When you're wrapping them up, you make them look special. I mean, we just delivered some to some friends of ours that just got some Scentsy from us, and
you may need to come over. I think you're
sorry.
cut off.
I'm kind of in it still. But some of the friends that we just delivered some Scentsy to, they were amazed at how the wrapping was. It's like it's a gift. They're like, exactly. She was just like, I feel like I just got a Christmas present. So she was just so excited because it was wrapped up.
Exactly.
One of the ladies that
they're getting a gift they paid for.
Right. That's right. Exactly. One of the ladies that just bought one, her mom seen it, and it wasn't even on the wrapping yet, and she wanted it because it looked like it was a present. So she wanted it.
Yeah. So, and I remember too. Then I kind of get back to my story. I joined Scentsy. I became a consultant, and then I got my kit in the mail. And I carried the big box of testers everywhere. You remember that? I carried the testers everywhere I went. When I went out to dinner with my girlfriends, I took that big box of testers. We met at Chili's, and I had that big box of testers with me.
Everywhere.
And I was so excited to take those testers and to share them with other people. So do you guys remember when you guys first joined? It was like Christmas. You had that excitement, that passion was going on. You couldn't wait to tell everybody about it. Invited all your friends and family over to have that business launch, because that's an event. It's a big deal. Make a big deal about that with your new team members when they join.
That's right.
Make it a big deal. It's not an option to have a launch party.
It is a big deal.
It is. They're the CEO of a company. Hello, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a big deal. You know, don't let them get away with like trying to push that off to the side. It is an event.
It's right.
They need to do that. It's vital to their business. It's vital for them kicking off their business. So have that business, and my business launch was a huge, I mean, we invited all of our friends and family, our neighbors, everybody. It was a big deal, and I realized the potential of the business.
Exactly.
I realized at that point, I never picked up the consultant guide. I never knew about Shooting Star, Sensational Star. I really didn't know all that. My sponsor was new too, and I didn't know all that. All I cared about was sharing this product with other people. And you know, when you're passionate about something, it doesn't matter those incentives. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it matters, but it wasn't a big, I didn't care.
No, you didn't even know what you were doing.
I was just excited. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about direct sales. I was clueless, you guys. So I was just super, super excited about that passion. And I want to really encourage you guys today to find that passion. If you think like you've kind of like don't have it from when you first joined, try and reignite that passion.
Exactly.
It's so important.
Find what drives it.
Find what drives that passion, what your purpose is. Where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 5 years? You guys, this is important to our business. This is important in building your business because, and share with us, why did you guys join? Let me know. I would like to know why everybody joined. And please don't tell me it's because of the money, because that will get old really fast.
That's right. Chasing the dollar.
Chasing the dollar, it's not going to happen, you guys. So it's so important to find out what your purpose is. And
what's your why?
Exactly. Find out what your why is and why you're doing this. And immediately, I wouldn't say immediately, but pretty quickly, my purpose or my why was to get my husband out of a stressful job. He owned his own business. And soon after we joined, I realized the potential of the business. I realized the potential in team building and the longevity of team building. And he was in a business that was very stressful. I was concerned for his health. He was having some chest pains going on, and I was like, I got to get him out of this business. Because then that became my why. That became why I really worked this business. He had a brick and mortar business, and what was your overhead there?
Well, I had an automotive business, and it was about $70,000 a month. So
just to break even, you guys.
Just to break even.
Just to break even, and then not to include all the stress. We have a brilliant business model, you guys. We have a low startup cost. We do not have. We don't have to have a college degree. Anybody can do this business. You can do this business. You can change your life. You can change your future. But you got to keep reigniting that passion and fuel that purpose that you have in your life. We have made lifelong friends in this business. We're making extra income. Just putting effort into your business and seeing the potential of this business is incredible. So I ask you tonight, you guys, what do you dream about? Where do you see yourself? What sets your soul on fire? What is your passion? What do you want to accomplish? And so many times as an adults, we lose that dream. It kind of goes off to the wayside, and we're just coasting our way through life. That's not living. We want you guys to live. I want you to, you get caught up in a crappy job or something, and let your mind go. It's
easy when you're there. When you're in a job, even if you don't like it, it's something that's the same. It's easy. It's hard to make changes.
It is. It is hard to make changes.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
It's true. And it takes consistently day in and day out in doing those things.
But that's the reason their why is so important.
Exactly.
Because if you don't have your why, it's not going to drive you to make a change.
It's not going to drive you, yeah. And go back to when you were a child. Remember all those things you wanted to do and all those things you dreamed about? I know you guys did. We all did, right? What is it that you dreamed about? What is it that you really wanted to do?
Right.
Let your
Melissa
mind
says
go
the same thing.
imagine.
My why has changed so much. And
exactly.
It does. It
evolves.
evolves.
And it changes as
Yep.
yeah. And tonight, that's what I'm asking you to do. I want you to uncover your goals. Your purpose will reignite that passion. I believe in dreaming big dreams and praying big prayers, you guys. This right here, and I brought this here, I wanted to show you guys, this is my prayer journal. And I preach this to my team. You guys all get an amen out there. This is important, you guys. This is my prayer journal, and it's not pretty. It's messy, and it has like scribbles and stuff all over it, and it's stained with tears. This is where I dream big dreams, and I pray big prayers. This is where it keeps my purpose and keeps me focused day in and day out. This right here. And if you don't have a journal, I highly recommend you getting one. It's messy, and that's what it is. Sometimes digging deep and finding out what really matters in your life is messy. You know, it is messy. And so tonight, that's what I want to encourage you to do. I want you to cultivate things that matter in your life and figure out what is your purpose and where do you want to go with Scentsy, because that is going to be your driving passion, and that's going to be what changes your life. Live a purposeful life. Find out your why. 7 years ago, I read the book, it's called The Circle Maker by Mark Batterson, and it literally changed my life. And it really started me on the path of dreaming big dreams and praying big prayers. And 7 years ago, I read that shortly after I became a consultant, and my sponsor gifted me that book. And I really took a lot of notes in that book, and that's when I really started doing this. And I believed that from then on, that getting my husband out of that stressful job that he was in, that I could do that.
Yeah.
I believed it. And so that's what I'm kind of want to. Well, I'm going to share a couple things that I have in here. One of them was live in a tropical place close to the beach. We love the beach. We love vacationing by the beach. We always love to do that. Another one was to get my husband out of that job I shared you about, was in there. And another, my husband shared this with me, is he wanted to be a tool to really help to build up a new church. And that goes, so like a new work.
I can do some construction. I can do some of that. And so that was something I kind of wanted to do.
Yeah, that was kind of a dream of his. So I'm going to come back to all that. But right now I wanted him to share with you on our first incentive trip that we earned after we joined Scentsy. It was Punta Cana. It was the first trip to Punta Cana. And he's going to share a little bit about his experience on the first incentive trip.
So that was back, was it 2012?
2012. We went to Punta Cana.
So that was our first trip.
We joined 2011, and then we earned that trip. That was that trip going on.
Right.
So in October, we joined in February. October, we became directors, and then went on the trip the following year.
Right. So that was our first trip, and like I said, when I went with Scentsy to Punta Cana, I had never been to any kind of a Scentsy event. I had never been to Scentsy incentive trips, nothing. I'd never...
Right.
You had done some events with Scentsy. You'd gone to like some of that, but I had never done anything. So again, I loved the product. Martha was excited about it, so I was excited for her. I wanted to help, whatever I could do. So I had no expectations. I really didn't know. I just like, hey, it's a free trip. Who's in? I'm in. So I was all about it. Let's go. So we went and did the trip. When we ended up, we flew in from Chicago to Atlanta, and we met some people in Atlanta, actually. I think is where, we met them in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And we had some lunch with them. They were Scentsy consultants. Didn't know them from before. And then when we got on the plane in Atlanta, I didn't know it was all going to be Scentsy consultants. I thought we were just going to be like another plane.
Blown away, you guys.
And it was
I can't wait if you've never been on a trip, I can't wait
it's
for
crazy.
you to go.
Yeah.
If you've not been on a trip, comment. Let us, you've got, oh my gosh. I mean, write down, I'm going to Mexico. Write it down somewhere, you guys.
Write it down.
Write it down right here.
I'm telling you, we ended up on that plane, and I was like, they even have Scentsy embroidered headrests.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy.
It was a chartered plane,
Yeah,
right?
it was a chartered plane. It was all Scentsy consultants. That's all it was. It was all Scentsy consultants. So that was my first experience of Scentsy Spirit.
Right, yeah.
So I was kind of like, this is kind of wild. So when we got there, and we got to, we ended up going to the Hard Rock. It was at the Hard Rock.
Right.
We pulled up in front of the Hard Rock, and they met us with like food and the drinks and everything. I was just like, okay,
we were blown away.
I'm impressed.
We can't afford to travel Scentsy style.
Exactly.
Not on our own.
Yep. So I was like, okay, I'm getting impressed. And then when we got there, like I said, we had met some new consultant or some other consultants there.
Oh my gosh.
They were back.
Okay.
Looked like we lost for a minute.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh. Okay.
So we're back.
Okay.
So anyways, we ended up meeting these new consultants. One of them, their luggage didn't show up. So we were going around trying to help find them some clothes. So that way he at least had some shorts to wear at the pool or whatever.
Yeah.
Orville found out. That's when I first met Orville.
Yeah.
And he took him to the gift shop there and bought him some clothes.
Right, at Punta Cana,
Yeah,
at the Hard Rock. It was crazy.
At the Hard Rock. Where
it was so awesome.
Exactly. And I was just like, these people are amazing. These people are awesome.
Right.
So down to earth, just willing to really help out wherever they could. So I was getting more and more impressed as it went along. I met all these people. We're on this trip. And it was almost like Martha wasn't even there. I was talking to these people all the time because I just wanted to learn.
You're like a
sponge.
You're like a sponge. Like, who can I talk to? Who can I ask questions? And then I've seen people like they were directors and star directors and superstar directors, and I was like, oh my gosh.
They're like movie stars to us.
Wow,
yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we were just blown away, you guys. It was crazy.
And I'm finding out these people, they had, you know, like prestigious jobs that the world would think, you know, normally are prestigious jobs, and they quit them and they were doing Scentsy full time because they had the freedom, the flexibility, because they like to do their own thing. They like to golf. They like to go on trips. They like to do all these different things, and they have that flexibility now. And they were actually making enough money to do it on Scentsy.
Do that, right?
Never dreamed of it. When she started Scentsy, I thought of Scentsy as like, okay, it's a lot of fun. It smells good. It looks nice, you know. And you earn some trips, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
But then I'm finding out we can live off of it.
Exactly. So what we want to tell you guys is you need to earn the trip for your significant other, right?
That's right. That's
so
right.
make it your goal, make it your plan to bring your significant other to Mexico with you.
That's right.
It will change your life. Like it
changed mine.
Yeah. He was on board 100% when we left there.
By the time I left there, I would say I was more than just impressed. I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was totally blown away. So on the plane trip home.
Don't shake the table too
sorry.
much because
it's starting to shake. Sorry.
Thing will
I better
fall.
put my arms down. Sorry. I seen somebody said that theirs was like a can of beans in a crate. So I understand that. But
I have my granddaughter's little toy propping it up in the back.
but what I found out is on the plane ride home, remember I was putting down in my notes, in my phone, different ways that I could approach people about Scentsy. How can I tell them about Scentsy? How could I start conversations about Scentsy? I had all these notes in my phone. I took up almost all my notes. It was all on different ways to tell them about Scentsy, different ways to direct a conversation to Scentsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was so excited about it. So that's one of the things that I did.
Yeah.
The other thing that we did when we got home, we started trying to figure out how we were going to grow our business. Remember?
Right.
So we started writing down plans.
Yeah.
So what did we do? Like Martha said, I owned an automotive shop. So we had a Scentsy warmer sit in the shop. We had catalogs.
Guys, the women would come into the shop. So hit up automotive shops, you guys. Hit them up, man. Get some Scentsy in those shops. The women would come into the shops and they're like, man, I've never smelled a mechanic place that smells so good. And I made this beautiful little display with this warmer, and I make sure I had samples to hand out there in a little cute little basket. You guys, get into businesses with our product.
That's right.
Get into every business. Hair salons, dog groomers, animal hospitals, automotive shops,
especially
dealerships.
Places that stink.
Yeah. I mean, it's hair salons, nail salons. I've sold to all these places.
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I get
That's
really
okay.
excited. I'm sorry.
You can't tell, can you? You can't tell she's excited. I can't tell.
After 7 years, I'm still excited.
But like I said, most of the people that came into my shop, they were women. Most of the wives were bringing the cars in.
Right.
So
that's what husbands do when they go off to work. Their wives have to take the car in.
That's right. That's right. So I had catalogs there. Because, one of the biggest complaints was there wasn't enough women magazines or something. So I had catalogs there for them to look at. I had smelling good, so we had room sprays, and we had samples of wax, and we had a warmer going.
Right.
So, all these people were loving it.
So what do you leave in businesses? I go to the business. What I do, I'll answer that what I do, we've gone into businesses, and I will go in and I'll say like, hey, my name is Martha, and I have a little candle business, and I would love to share my product with you. I don't go in there and saying Scentsy. I say I have a little candle business. That's kind of my little thing. My little motto is I have a little candle business, and I let them know that.
Right. What you do a little bit, and then you.
And it depends on like what business it is too.
And you offer them incentive to have it there.
Yeah, and I'll give them an incentive. Like our pet groomer has a warmer there, and so I provide her with the wax as long as she keeps my info out there. So that's one thing I do. And then at some places, I'll let them borrow a warmer for 2 weeks, and I'll see how it goes. I got the wax, I got my warmer there, my business cards there. I'll leave it there for 2 weeks, and then I'll go back, each week, check on it. And if I'm not getting anything, I'll take it out. But I do offer for them, the owner, to buy the warmer, and I'll sell it for like $5 off or something.
Right.
So that's
Give
kind of
a
what I've
discount.
done.
Right.
Yeah.
Give a discount.
And then we've gone into a lot of realtor offices as well, and we'll get into that in a little bit here.
But there at the shop, I did that. We got a lot of parties actually, so we were trying to figure out how to get parties. So that was one way, is we had them through there, had a lot of incentives that way. We did a lot of different events. some events, you just don't know. Sometimes people say,
know.
what's a good event, what's not a good event? We've done events that...
It's trial and error.
Exactly, that we thought would just be amazing events.
I've done parties where there was no sales. But don't let that stop you. Don't let it discourage you, you guys. You can move on.
Right. But you've had actually other people from those parties end up booking with you and then having better sales, having another party. So
yeah,
a couple times.
You just
not
never
always.
know.
You just don't know.
You never know what's going to happen.
So that was one of the things we did. We did, like I said, all these different events. We were trying out different events. Whatever we could find, we were doing it. And as she said, some of it's trial and error. So we started building that business as much as we could.
Right.
Because our goal was for me to close my automotive shop, get out of that, less stress, less overhead, all that other stuff. So, but you got to set a plan.
You got to have a plan in place.
You got to have a plan in place.
And you got to keep your purpose has to be forefront, where you can see it every day. Every day.
Write it down.
What is your purpose? What are you doing? Have it wrote down. Have belief statements. It's so important.
It is.
The best things in life are cultivated little by little. Little things that you do every single day lead up to those huge successes.
Yes.
Those little things are so important. Those little steps. That's what's going to get you into your long-term purpose, your long-term goal.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, okay. So we did that. Eventually, I did get out of the automotive business. We closed the shop. And, sorry, guys.
It didn't go like we thought it would.
Yeah.
But he ended up having to close it. We thought we would be able to sell it. Long story short, though, it eventually led to where we are today.
Right. So we closed
to
that.
our long-term goal, our
Right.
long-term purpose, and that's coastal Alabama.
Yep. So now
And that's where we're at. We live down by the Gulf of Mexico. We're living the beach life. We love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Right.
And,
but we had to have a plan.
We had to have a plan, you
That's
guys.
the
And
most
so
important thing.
That's what I wanted to share with you is we had to have a plan in order to get here, where we are today. And we're new here. We've only been here a year. So, I mean, it took us, a while to get here, but that's okay,
Right.
But just think about if we would have been in a regular job where you work for 30 to 40 years and wait to retire.
Then what do you do?
I mean, when you look at it like that, that's pretty cool. We did it in, we had 6 years because it was last year.
Right.
So we got here in 6 years, you guys.
Right.
And so things don't always go out as planned, but that's okay because through that messy, that dirty stuff in your life, beautiful things grow from that.
Right. And that was part of our plan.
Exactly.
Part of it was here.
Exactly.
So we were able to do that. Another part was to close the shop, get rid of that. So that's done.
Exactly.
So our list of things that we were planning and our plans are coming into fruition.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So you've got to change your limiting self-talk because
Change your mindset.
Change your mindset. It's going to change the course of your life. That's so important. Keep your eyes on your purpose. Keep your eyes on your goal. That is so important. So important.
So along those same lines, though, what I want to say is we just watched a video about someone that it was all about his mindset. He was raised in a home where he was told he wasn't worth anything. He couldn't do anything. That, he just had all these struggles in his life because of the way he was raised. He was never good enough. All this stuff. But you know what? He basically found out a mentor, finally, when he was in his 30s, after a failed marriage, after a lot of things, his mentor now said, it's just about changing your program. You need to be reprogrammed. Just like a computer.
Right.
You need new software.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he thought of it that way, he was like, I never was told that. I never knew I could do that. So he basically had to reprogram himself. New software.
Right.
He had to look himself in the mirror every day and say, I can do this. I can be a success.
Right.
I am worth something. And he said it out loud.
Yeah.
And he had to reprogram. He had to get new software.
Exactly.
That's the same thing with us.
Exactly. It is. And you know what? I mean, I wasn't raised in a home like that, but if you were, you are amazing. You are important. And you know what? Look in the mirror and tell yourself that every single day. You have
value. Yeah.
You have value. You matter. You matter, you guys. What you do matters. Everything you do matters. It's so important. And reprogram your mindset. I used to look in the mirror and say, I am a superstar director.
That's right.
I used to do that. I am a superstar director. Get in the mirror, whatever your goal is. I am a lead consultant. I am a superstar consultant. Whatever it is you're striving for, believe it and tell yourself that over and over. That is so important.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I've just seen about Jim Carrey even. Jim Carrey was the same way. Didn't have friends, shy, backwards, but he found when he could be funny, he could meet people.
And
that was his outlet to meet people.
Right.
And now look at where Jim Carrey's at today.
Yeah, it's so important.
Don't limit yourself.
Don't limit yourself. Okay, I don't know what time it is. I hope somebody tells me when I'm out of time. So anyways, I wanted to share some other things with you guys. What else do we have here? Oh, so people have asked me so we moved Chicago to coastal Alabama, and so we're 1,000 miles. We moved 1,000 miles. We moved here outside of our family. We didn't know anybody, you guys. We didn't know anybody.
Nope.
I know that's crazy. It's a crazy, crazy thing we did, but we love it. And so here we are. We had to restart our business, right? Because we don't know anybody here. I did everything I could, and I still have so many wonderful customers in the Chicagoland area. And but I've kept those customers by sending them wonderful gifts and cute packages and customer service, you guys. I created a VIP group, a customer group, and I moved down here to have more of a personal relationship with those customers. So if you're moving, I've had a lot of people ask me this, so I wanted to share a little bit of this. I joined every single mom's group that I possibly could in this area and started building relationships within those Facebook groups. And so once I feel like I had a little bit of relationship with them, I would start friend requesting these people and try and meet up with them. And so I kind of did a lot of that kind of stuff. Buy-sell trade pages, I joined every buy-sell trade page. And after we moved here, when you move, you have a lot of crap you need to get rid of.
Right, and we bought stuff.
We should have got rid of it in Chicago, but we didn't.
Exactly, but we brought it down here.
we decided we would pay to move it 1,000 miles. So anyways, I sold a lot of stuff. Yeah, it is. He is a hoarder. Anyways, another story.
We're not going there.
After we got here, I started selling stuff on the buy-sell trade pages, and they would come to my home or I'd meet them. And so I started developing relationships with these people. So any stuff you want to get rid of, sell it in the buy-sell trade pages. Put fresh wax in your warmers and have them come to your house because they're going to want to be a customer of yours. So that's another thing we did. We went over setting warmers in businesses. And also we went to real estate agents. I've done some great parties with some real estate agents, and I'll let you talk, because he did more of going to the real estate agents for me. So,
right. So we started.
You want to share that?
Yeah. So here in our little town, Fairhope, there's actually a lot of real estate agencies because everybody loves it down here.
You guys, we live where people vacation.
Yep.
I love it.
It is amazing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of snowbirds here.
So I went around one day and I started visiting the different real estate offices, and I started showing them, asking if they knew about Scentsy. Some had, some hadn't. I showed them some of our stuff. I had a wax with me, and I had a warmer. And actually, I had a few warmers. I had them in the truck. But I would go in with just maybe showing them one or letting them sniff some of the wax. And ask them if I could set one up in their office. And like I said, some people had heard of Scentsy, some people hadn't. So those that hadn't, we set it up there. They smelled it, they loved it. We actually did quite a few different real estate agents bought from us. We had parties with them.
Right.
And again, it made their office smell good. So in turn, they're realizing that it's going to make the home smell good too. They're listing. So
yeah.
So that was another way we did that.
So that turned into they have all the branches or the brokers, and bought their main office is where they have their Scentsy. They'll do a Scentsy party for me there.
Yeah.
And so those are really good parties.
Right.
So if you can get into anything like that, I highly recommend that. So we did that here. These are just ways that we restarted our business after we moved. I felt like it was really important.
Well, as I say, and that's good. I mean, it was good for us to restart, but it's good for people who are just starting too.
Yeah.
Throwing some ideas out there.
Try and earn, like Scentsy did last summer, the restart incentive. Just do that on your own, and then reward yourself with something if you achieve your goal. I mean, always celebrate your achievements. That's so important. The little milestones, the big ones. It's so important to do that. So some other stuff we did was I just walked around town, any and every billboard I could possibly find. I would hang stuff on it, go into shops, talk to people about it, have little packets made up of like sample and product brochure, and have those put together, and going into every little business in town and just passing those out to people. I try to talk to people even on the streets, you guys. I was desperate to get my business up and going. And then what else? We did events. We tried to get into events in the area as well. I joined some networking groups. We did that. And then I started having parties at Panera Bread and Starbucks. I love having the parties there, you guys. For moms, that works out. I mean, for moms that during the day, that works out great. I've done parties at McDonald's Playland, Chick-fil-A Playland during the day with moms. Those are great for moms that are home during the day and they just want to hang out with other women. So those are really important.
Well, as I say, even along with those, another way, and again, this is about sharing our experiences. If you have a friend, even if you haven't had, and you're just like, how am I going to get this going? Bring a friend with you to one of these restaurants.
Right. Start
smelling the testers just amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that will start to encourage other people that are around.
Right.
They're going to smell them. They're going to see, hey, they're excited about this.
Right. Exactly.
And they're going to want to kind of. Eventually, you'll see them start watching, and then invite them in. Invite them into your.
Do that. I do that with my daughters. We go to get go to a nail salon and get a pedicure, and I bring the testers, and I make them sit there and smell them with me. I like, you got to pretend you've never smelled this before.
That's
my
right.
girls were like, "Oh, please, Mom." Oops, the camera's
Watch
shaking.
the camera.
Sorry.
Quit shaking it. Quit shaking it.
So we've done that a few times as well. And else, I did an open house, and I just went around town passing out invites to people, inviting them to our open house.
We got a neighborhood Facebook group here. So
yeah, put it in there.
Yep.
So those are some things that we kind of did to restart our business after we moved 1,000 miles. Okay, what time are we? What time is it? I don't know what time it is. I'm sorry, Edie. Am I going over? I hope she'll tell me, right? Edie, will you tell me? Okay.
We're at 9:30 right now.
Oh, okay.
So we got a little bit, just a few minutes.
Okay. So there's a few things I want to share with you and things that I kind of go over with my team a lot. Number one is create your dream board, create your vision board, whether it's on Pinterest, but print it off and make sure it's front and center of your and where you can see it every single day. That's so important.
10-minute warning. So.
Oh, 10-minute warning. Okay. I would find your purpose, dream big. That's so important. Each month is what I try to tell my team to do is pass out 10 opportunity packets every single month. 10. That's a great goal to shoot for. Have them ready at the beginning of the month and ready to pass out throughout the month. 10 every single month. Pass those out. Another thing too is keep your samples, like have your mobile office ready, of course, and then always make up a ton of samples and then have those ready in your mobile office sitting by your door. So when you go out that door, you can grab that bag and you always have your mobile office with you.
Everywhere.
It's so important to have that mobile office with you every single day, everywhere you go, because you never know who is going to be your next rock star. Who are you going to give that sample to? And they're going to join your team and they're going to rock Scentsy. Yep. You just never know. It's so important. 5 samples a day will keep leads coming your way. I always say that. But a sample without a name is a sample down the drain.
Yep.
So I always carry drawing slips with me. I have my samples, my drawing slips, and I collect contact information everywhere I go, and I subscribe them to my monthly newsletter. I follow up with them a couple days later. Hey, how did you like that scent? Did you like it? No, yes, okay. Let me get you a new one if they didn't like it. It's so important to do follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. So important. So that opportunity packets I wanted to share with you guys. And anything else? Did I miss any questions or anything? I was going to, let me think of anything else. We have okay. Was that everything I was going to, I wanted to share with you guys?
I think you pretty much hit everything that you were going to share with them.
Okay, so. I know I talk really fast too.
You might have to rewatch it and then put it on slow motion.
There you go. I get really excited. How do you ask for their information? Oh, when I'm passing out, like I have my little drawing slips, I say, oh, I'm doing a monthly drawing this month. Would you like to enter my monthly drawing? I give away free Scentsy every single month. So once a month, I'll do a drawing and I give them a scent circle or something I got, half price or free. And so that's how I usually get their contact information. So important, you guys, to get that email address, that phone number, and that name.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Have to have the follow-up.
So that's kind of what we did after we moved here. I have a lot of people that ask me that. So I kind of wanted to share little things. And then, you guys, I'm a new superstar director. And I can't believe I had to, be here with all these legends after Megan Clement. Oh, my gosh. I was like, are you serious? I was a nervous wreck. But anyways, so incredible information that we've all learned today. So I hope you guys are sharing all this information into your groups and your teams. Oh my gosh, this is priceless.
Encourage their teams too to shoot for the beach. They have to really go for
reach
this.
for the beach. It's so important.
It's
so vital. And I think that's all we had to get. You guys, dream big dreams, pray big prayers, celebrate your progress, make sure you get your purpose, write down your belief statements, you guys. And we are going to see you in Mexico, you guys. We're all going to be going to Mexico together. And you guys, these trips are amazing. You know, we were level 4 earners for the cruise. And so everyone was telling us to take this cash buyout. And I was
They've never traveled Scentsy
style. I was kind of like tempted because it's a lot of money, $5,000. So I was kind of tempted, you guys, because that is really learning.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And he's like, no. You guys, this has been our bucket list to go on this cruise and to travel in Scentsy style. That's amazing. It's amazing. It's so exciting.
Yes,
it
is.
We can't afford to travel like that. It's our bucket list cruise. It's our 30-year anniversary in October, so let's celebrate on the cruise, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I think
love
that's
you
it.
guys. I believe in you guys. Dream big dreams. Pray big prayers. I appreciate you guys watching tonight, and I'll see you in Mexico.